When Phoebus had melted the sickles of ice, and likewise the mountains of snow, bold Robin Hood he would ramble away to frolic abroad with his bow. He left all his merry men waiting behind, whilst through the green valleys he passed, where he did behold a forester bold, who cried out, "Friend, whither so fast?" "I am going," quoth Robin, "to kill a fat buck for me and my merry men all. Besides, ere I go, I'll have a fat doe, or else it shall cost me a fall." "You'd best have a care," said the forester then, "for these are his Majesty's deer. Before you shall shoot, the thing I'll dispute, for I am head forester here." "These 13 long summers," quoth Robin, "I'm sure my arrows I here have let fly. Where freely I range, methinks it is strange you should have more power than I. This forest," quoth Robin, "I think is my own, and so are the nimble deer too. Therefore I declare and solemnly swear I'll not be affronted by you." The forester he had a long quarterstaff, likewise a broad sword by his side. Without more ado he presently drew, declaring the truth should be tried. Bold Robin Hood had a sword of the best, thus ere he would take any wrong, his courage was flush, he'd venture a brush, and thus they fell to it, ding dong. The very first blow that the forester gave, he made his broad weapon cry twang. 'Twas over the head, he fell down for dead, oh that was a damnable bang. But Robin he soon recovered himself, and bravely fell to it again. The very next stroke their weapons they broke, yet never a man there was slain. At quarterstaff then they resolved to play, 'cause they would have the other bout. Brave Robin Hood right valiantly stood, unwilling he was to give out. Bold Robin he gave him very hard blows, the other returned them as fast, and at every stroke their jackets did smoke. 3 hours the combat did last. At length in a rage the forester grew, and cudgelled bold Robin so sore, that he could not stand, so shaking his hand, he cried, "Let us freely give o'er. Thou art a brave fellow, I needs must confess, I never knew any so good. Thou art fitting to be a yeoman for me, and range in the merry green wood. I'll give thee this ring as a token of love, for bravely thou hast acted thy part. That man that can fight, in him I delight. I love him with all my whole heart." Robin Hood set his hunter's horn to his mouth, a blast then he merrily blows. His yeomen did hear, and straight did appear 100 with trusty longbows. Now Little John came at the head of them all, clothed in a rich mantle of green, and likewise the rest were gloriously dressed, a delicate sight to be seen. "Lo, these are my yeomen," said bold Robin Hood, "and thou shalt be one of the train. A mantle and bow and quiver also I give them whom I entertain." The forester willingly entered the list, they were such a beautiful sight. Then with a long bow they shot a fat doe, and made a rich supper that night. What singing and dancing was in the green wood, for joy of another new mate. With might and delight they spent all the night, and lived at a plentiful rate. The forester ne'er was so merry before, as then he was with these brave souls, who never would fail in wine, beer, or ale, to take off their cherishing bowls. Then Robin Hood gave him a mantle of green, bold arrows, and curious long bow. This done, the next day, so gallant and gay, he marched them all on a row. Quoth he, "My brave yeomen, be true to your trust, and then we may range the woods wide." They all did declare, and solemnly swear, they would conquer or die by his side.